Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy. Yeah. Stop it, bitch. On my mother, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. That hurt.
Yeah.
You had to take a deep ass breath.
The first two were bad, but the last one really. You know, is I don't know a good comparison. I was gonna say when you punch something twice, and it's like, oh, okay, but that
last one, it's the aftermath.
Yeah,
The aftermath, the sting.
Yeah, there was a sting.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rhinos and Aliens After Dark. Yes, we are after dark, and we're just taking our own time.
For the 39th time.
The 39th time. We're almost at 40, guys, so stay tuned. But other than that, welcome to
I love you, bro.
We are the number one podcasting crew in Western New York. You know what it is and who it is. It is me, the Don Dada of all Dons. Hello.
What's up, brother?
What's going on? But we also got my main man.
Nature Boy.
He's about to yell it, Nature Boy, a.k.a. White Glorious. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And now I'm going to start off with saying share, because I'm going to need you guys to do that.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm in a good mood.
You're in a good mood, my man. That's all that's needed. That's all that's needed. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about why, but it's just, I think I'm in good presence.
I try to keep, it's me. Guys, I'm the presence. I bring out the good in people. It's just something I do. It's not purpose. It's just something I do.
You're the Don, bro.
I'm the Don Dada of all Dons. Like, hello. Mob City over here. Duh.
Come on.
But I am okay. Future references.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. I do the best with what I'm given.
You know what it feels like? It feels like you were just in a situation for like roughly an hour and a half where it could have gone completely downhill, but you consistently kept bringing the energy back.
It's what I do. I can bring it down and be like, fuck all you guys. You all can go to hell.
But
I can also bring it back up and be like, I want you to go to hell, but make sure you make the best of what you have. That's all. Because you can go to hell and burn the rest of your life. But...
Or you could be like Kratos and say, I'm going to get the back fuck up.
Exactly. You can go to hell, burn the rest of your life, or you can just go to hell and and try to conquer it. Conquer what is given to you. That's all.
You tame that beast.
Exactly. That could be also a great metaphor. Just saying, if you feel like you're living in hell, conquer what's there. If you conquer what's there, you can make the best of it. And next thing you know, it could be heaven. Just saying.
Yo, and that is technically a metaphor. Good job, bro.
Just saying.
Well, as you guys know, if you're a freaking fan of the series, we normally do corrections. From what I know of and from no feedback, we have no corrections to do from the previous episode.
Hey, guys, don't leave comments. We have no corrections. So that's also going there. Leave some comments.
Well, to be fair, even if we don't get comments, I always correct the stuff we say because you know me. But either way, congrats, bro. I think this is the first episode in at least a while we didn't have corrections, so that is improvement. Woo-hoo. But as Daniel said, yes, leave some fucking comments, because this is some good information here, guys.
Hey, I'm just saying. You never know.
How many places give you such a wide variety of updated news?
Not a lot. I just know only one. Rhinos and Aliens. Let me sip my tea.
Yes. And how often is that news normally unbiased as us? And if you guys want some biased opinions, that's what the Rhinos and Aliens show is for.
Exactly. So go there and watch that.
What do I always say, bro?
It's like a cycle, man. It's like a triangle.
What if we're being technical with the amount of that's not the Now to get, I know this is the politics section. This is the most yes, but to stay true to what this series has turned into, Hey, unbiasedly, last week we mentioned how many executive orders Biden has already put into office. Mm-hmm. So there's two things I wanted to state. First, this is technically the most executive actions orders that have been put in place by any president in American history in his first week. So that needs to be stated. And also, I thought it would be nice information to state the number of executive orders / actions by the previous presidents going back to Bill Clinton. So over 8 years, Bill Clinton had 364.
Okay.
Over 8 years, George W. Bush had 291. So significant decrease. Barack Obama for 8 years actually only had 276. So he had the least. And Donald Trump, technically in a per year basis, had the most of the past 4 presidents with 218 over 4 years. So he had the least for his reign, but since he was only in there for 1 term compared to the previous 3 for 2, he actually averaged more. And then, as we all know, Biden is approaching 50 now. So if this keeps up, he might actually have the most of any president, even if he's only president for 1 term. So just to give you guys a comparison of where the presidents lay out, Biden is going around and not supporting the people on the other side of what's happening in China. So I do want to emphasize that Biden is literally excusing ethnic cleansing and genocide when it comes to stuff happening in China. So look up the videos, read the dialogue of what he's saying, and there's no way to put it. He is not taking a stand on what's happening in China, so I think that should be stated.
Yeah, definitely.
If we're being fair. And then another thing, this is more so a Francis personal thing. I want to mention a lot of stuff being stated on the news that is not true. And all it takes is quick research to point out when it comes to January 6th with the situation with Capitol Hill. Mm-hmm. Pipe bombs were never placed on January 6th. So any relationship to Trump supporters, that is not known. The pipe bombs were placed the day before. So whenever you hear anybody say that, incorrect. Trump supporters weren't behind those pipe bombs. Just to be clear, if anybody says that, it's incorrect. Every person who died at the riots, whatever they say, were actually Trump supporters. So if anybody suffered, it was Trump supporters, and I'm talking about not the ones who started the situation but ended up being harmed after. So anybody who says it's a Democrat or anybody else, they're incorrect. And lastly, no police officer was killed with a fucking fire extinguisher. So anyone who says that is incorrect. And if you want to be specific, the person who died, this police officer, and his brother will vouch for this, he died from he got a clot, which led to a stroke, and he died from the stroke. And it had nothing to do with a fire extinguisher. So any person saying that it had to do with Trump supporters, they're incorrect. And this is where dialogue is very key. We need to hold people, especially people feeding us news and information, to a higher standard. And that's an unbiased standard. I don't care if Biden becomes the greatest president of all time, even though I don't like him, I will respect that. So that's what we need to do. And when something wrong happens, something wrong happens. If something good happens, something good happens. I don't care about your opinion, especially for this. We need to hold everybody to a higher standard. Because no matter how you feel about Trump, we need to lay the facts down before we put our opinions to it. And I just wanted to get that out the way. And now we're going to get into the fun part of the show.
Yay, we're past the shitty one. Well, it's not the shitty one, but...
I'm sorry, bro. I just wanted to... I just needed to get that.
It's fine. It's fine. People just needed to hear it sometimes.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay, so we're getting into the entertainment part of the show, specifically with music. Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
You love her or you hate her? I don't think there's people in the middle, really.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so she's been breaking quite a few records. Now, she keeps breaking records in terms of Guinness World Record titles, right? Mm-hmm. Last week, Guinness World Records announced that she now officially has the most songs to debut #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. So that means the very first week a song is placed on the Billboard Hot 100. That's a debut. So now she has the most. And to be specific, she has 5 songs now. That the moment they were released, it's number 1.
34, 35.
I didn't look up the specific tracks, but I think it was the remix that debuted.
Yeah, the remix probably went crazy.
Because the remix had freaking Meg Thee Stallion and Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to the song. The song's not bad. The remix isn't bad.
And to be fair, everybody on the remix stays true to what their musical career has been so far. So,
yeah.
Ariana
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
I actually thought that the mix or the group, like I thought those 3 together, that mixture, I thought it was going to be weird.
But no, I know
But it was weird in like their own way. Like Ariana stayed to who she is.
Yeah.
Doja Cat stayed to who she is, and Meg stayed to who she was. Like rap, like their style.
Mm-hmm. The weird part is that if you actually listen to what Meg and Doja Cat say, it's like, wow, it technically goes with the song. I'm surprised it flowed as well as it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, I don't like the song, but unbiasedly, I would be hating if I didn't say it works.
Yeah. Hearing Ariana cuss is so weird. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, hearing her cuss is just, I still can't get used to it. I just can't. Because she doesn't cuss often. But, like, off camera, I'm pretty sure she probably cuss all the time.
You know how certain people, just some words don't sound right?
Yeah. Like, in the video, she said, fuck. And I was like, what?
No, I was about to say, if I'm remembering correctly, are you talking about her saying fuck?
Yeah, when she was she was talking to one of the hotel manager or whatever, and she was asking for food. And it's like one of the parts where the music just cuts out.
Yeah.
But she was asking for something, and they said, oh, we're sorry, we don't have it.
And she
was like, fuck. Whoa.
No, that was the specific part of the video, not the song that.
Whoa. And you just not used to her. Like, you just wouldn't expect her to.
But even if you.
Like, oh.
But bro,
right.
even if you got used to it, does she sound right? It just, like, when the word came out,
it's because of her voice tone. Is how her voice tone is. Like, she's a very soft singer.
No, well, I would say soft talker.
Yeah, she's a soft talker, but when she sings, it speaks a volume.
Yes.
But when she like I said, like you said, when she's naturally talking, it's really soft. So to hear her cuss is like hearing a little kid cuss.
But coming from a grown woman.
Yeah. And it's like, whoa, you shouldn't be saying that.
Like, you offended me.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, you need to settle the fuck down, young lady.
Go to the corner.
And then all of a sudden you just hear, fuck you. It's like, whoa. Don't let me get the belt. I'll beat your ass.
Well, I was going to say, oh, you want timeout for twice as long, but you're like, no, fuck that. We're getting the belt.
Yeah, don't let me get the belt.
Okay, and by the way, if you guys were wondering, I didn't mention this before. This is her 20th Guinness World Record, by the way. So this is why I wanted to emphasize how she keeps breaking records. One more thing for the music industry. Morgan Wallen, for the 5th straight week, has the #1 album in the country.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either, but he's very popular. He's actually very controversial right now because he said the N-word, and he's selling, hundreds of thousands.
Even though he said nigga?
Yeah.
I hope he's mixed or something.
I think he's white, but a lot of people are...
They're okay with it. I feel like Twitter alone would just slander him.
Well, that's why it's been even more impressive that he
got away with it.
And it came out 2 weeks ago, and for the past 2 weeks, his album has been blowing out every other album still. Controversy or no controversy, 5 straight weeks, #1 album, and he's selling hundreds of thousands of copies every single week. So that's impressive. I just wanted to shout him up. Real estate, bro. A different genre we normally don't go into, but I wanted to read you this little...
Okay.
Possibly the skinniest house in London is up for sale for $1.3 million. You're like, okay, what information is this? This is where
skinniest house.
Yeah. The specific information, just 6 feet wide and covering just 1,000 square feet. The 5-story property is being sold for 1.3 million.
So it's tall,
Yeah.
but it's not that wide.
Well, when you think about it, for a 5-story building, 1,000 square feet is jack shit. But the reason why it's only 1,000 square feet is because it's literally 6 feet wide. And if you see the
That's only room for like one person, 2 people.
well, depending on the person, it might be only one.
What the 6 feet?
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet. So if I lay down, I can touch wall to wall.
Yes. When you width-wise, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
So technically speaking, if you wanted to lay down, you would have to have the bed vertical, or not vertical.
So take the stairs is just turn up.
I don't even know how the stairs are. I didn't see the inside. I just saw the outside. But wow, like it used to be a hat shop. So that it technically makes some sense, but now it just looks
even more stupid.
and it's so funny,
Especially since it's 1.3
million.
million. Yeah, no.
Now I looked up the location of the house. It's technically being sold in a very flourishing community, so that's a main reason why. But when you hear 6 feet wide for a 5-story building, it's only 1,000 square feet. 1.3 million. What?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Yeah. But this is once
It could be a
again
boutique store.
perspective, bro. It all buying and selling. If a person is willing to buy something for whatever amount of money, you sell that bad boy.
Yeah, this is true. Especially also, like you said, it depends on the community that it's in.
The location of the housing.
Yeah.
But like you said, bro, that would be a dope ass something. That is not.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
A
it
home.
could be a retailer store, like a boutique or something.
Or you could get really weird, some type of workout thingamajig, like to where it's see through or something, or like
not 6 feet.
no, but I'm not saying a gym. But
Is it long?
Yeah, it's long from front to back. I don't know the specifics.
5 stories.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You could get weird rock climbing, something like that, some type of weird workout thing, but as a home.
Yeah, as a home, no.
Especially because this is located in London.
Especially since it's only 6 feet wide.
Well, name one European/American that could live in that space who isn't a full-blown immigrant. Because the only people that could live in that type of space are full-blown immigrants or really poor people who are just used to being stuffed in small places. But modern-day person, no.
Nah. Not at all.
Now moving to literal entertainment, we've been talking about Japan's Demon Slayer, the movie Mugen Train.
It's not number 1 no more.
Yes, it's only number 3. Yes. Yep. Demon Slayer is number 3, but it only fell 12% from last week.
Yeah. Demon Slayer movie, that's not even in Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to look it up. It's not even there.
Yeah.
This is all just Japan.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, if it was going to be on a streamer, it would be on Funimation because that's directly owned by Sony. But now Crunchyroll is owned by Sony too. Which, by the way, if we did not mention that, Sony purchased Crunchyroll from Warner Media for $1.75 billion.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So Crunchyroll is definitely a big platform for like anime watchers and everything. So I can see why, but holy shit.
You want to blow your mind even more?
What?
Sony now owns the 2 biggest animation companies in the world.
As they should.
Well, yeah. I always like competition, but I respect Sony and I like what they've been doing in terms of competition within their own brands. So if any
company staying in their
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And think about this now, bro. Think about the 4 industries they can focus on. They could focus on video games, film, technology, and now anime.
That's the biggest one. Like right now, anime is like so fucking big.
But think about the cross-pollination, bro. Video games video games directly technology, right? Obviously.
Technology.
But they could make video games from film and anime.
Yeah.
Anime can make stuff from film and video games. And film can make from anime and video games.
The 3 cycle.
So, bro, Sony, this is why I said I'm not mad in reality because, yo, bro, they have a great core now. And
Yeah.
they could just...
Did Sony make Spider-Verse?
Yes.
That's a perfect example right there.
Because they own the film rights
animation-
to the Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, the animation that they did, and it's a movie. So that's...
But to be clear, that... You know how sometimes companies pay other companies to make their animated stuff?
Yeah.
That was strictly Sony Animation that made that film. So this is where the cross-pollination is coming in hand.
Exactly.
Yo,
Sony, you doing it big, my man.
oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, Demon Slayer was a Sony release through their subsidiary Aniplex. So they're
getting paid.
Yes.
I can see why they spent that billion something.
now segue, because we were on a segue, but getting back to Demon Slayer, it is now officially up to 361 million in Japan alone, 25 million from IMAX alone, and it is approaching 400 million worldwide. Once again, this is an animated film from an anime, which means this film did not cost a lot to make. 400 million.
They got so much gross out of it.
Yeah, you want to talk about overperforming
net.
and your net income? Ching ching.
Yeah, that's crazy. Especially from a low budget that you spent to... Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Or another way to look at it, that's no different than one of those DC animated films, right? That's direct to video. It's released in America, and it just, 350 million.
But yeah...
That's the equivalence of this right now.
That's why I really just want to see this fucking movie to see why it's making as much profit as it is.
Yeah, because the Naruto films never...
They did good at their time, but
bro, they never...
But you know what messed them up? They put so much out. They put too many out.
Well, the original Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden, but the Naruto, there's only 3 Naruto films.
Yeah, but like Shippuden,
yeah.
they put too many out. You can't even keep up.
True. But either way, none of them made over 100 million in Japan. This is the equivalence of that, but it made 360 already.
Yeah. I just want to see it.
And lastly, when it comes, this has to do with 20th Century Studios. Blue Sky, their animation company, Blue Sky Studios is officially shutting down in April. So if you're wondering, Blue Sky Studio is responsible for 13 films, mostly known for their Ice Age films. Their films grossed $5.9 billion globally, and the Ice Age films alone grossed $3.2 billion globally. And this is why I was not a big fan of Disney buying 20th Century Fox. This is why a lot of people weren't. Because this is what happens when a company slowly but surely turns into I was going to say a monopoly, but I would say yes.
Turns into a toxic waste.
Yeah. I was never the biggest fan of their films, but like the first Ice Age, bro, that shit had heart.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry, I was really loud on that. But yeah. I didn't watch the last one, I don't think, though.
No, I didn't either. The fourth one was pretty bad. I fucked with the third one, the dinosaur one. That was dope.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mess with, for the ice, for Ices, I actually mess with 1, 2, and 3.
No, I agree. Meltdown too. Meltdown was good.
Meltdown was good.
Did you ever see the Rio films? With the talking birds?
No.
In Brazil, Rio?
I think I seen the first one. I don't really remember it that much, though. I think I did see it, though.
I remember the first one. I don't really remember the second one.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the second one.
But the point is, if you release 13 films and they gross $5.9 billion, they didn't get shut down for financial reasons. I'm just going to put it like that. So once again, Disney, you own all this property. So good on you. I'm being unbiased, bro.
I see.
Now, video games, guys, we have a lot of information. So I'm just going to give the information. Daniel's going to give his input, and I'm not even going to go off of it because it's
a lot.
Okay, so first off, Gearbox ill-fated competitive hero shooter / MOBA. I think that's the correct genre. Battleborn. You remember that game from like 2017 or 2016? It was basically the competitor to Activision Blizzard's
Oh, okay, yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so basically, it finally went offline on January 31st, so it's now completely unplayable, including its single-player campaign. So, I just wanted to highlight this because this is another case of a quote-unquote always online game.
Yeah.
Is a no-go, because when a game is always online, its content is strictly connected to servers.
Right.
So, servers don't last forever. So the moment a server shuts down, the content becomes inaccessible.
Okay.
Or what's the
Inactive.
Yeah, inactive, unaccessible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to shout out Battleborn. If you liked it or hated it, it's a perfect example of art that is literally no longer.
So they just completely just shut it down.
Yes. Or another way to put it, just imagine if somehow a book was only ever released digitally, right? But you could only read that book through a server. It's not like you could download it.
Okay.
And then a publisher just said, yeah, we're no longer going to let you read this book. Whatever this...
Take the server down.
Yeah. That's what just happened.
You still got the book, but you can't read it because the server's down.
Well, technically, you never had the book because you never were giving a copy either digitally or physically. You were reading it. It's like on, an internet article that for whatever reason you can no longer access the link.
Yeah.
It's no different. The point is, no matter how much you hate or love art, when you do stuff like this, art just gets lost in the void.
It just sucks.
Embracer Group, a.k.a. the people who own THQ Nordic, they just purchased Gearbox Entertainment, the people who create Borderlands, for $1.3 billion. So, yes, this company, which if you guys know anything about THQ Nordic, they have been, for the past 4 or 5 years, on this massive buying spree. They're purchasing basically every developer.
What games do they make? Like, what's a known game for them? THQ, I'm thinking...
Bro, anywhere from Saints Row to...
Okay, I thought so.
I'm freaking blanking, to Darksiders, to...
Oh, okay.
Destroy All Humans, to...
Okay.
Yeah,
that type of animation.
A whole bunch of racing games.
Nope.
They're everywhere, bro.
Racing games, nope.
Yeah. No, but they're literally... Any type of genre of video game you could think of, they have a piece in every single one.
Okay.
A lot of indie games, all that type of stuff. But the key part is that they just purchased Gearbox Entertainment for $1.3 billion. So congrats to Embracer Group for owning a dope-ass studio now. And congrats to all the people who's has some type of stake into Gearbox Entertainment, because you just made some
magic.
Google is officially closing their 2 internal studios and ending their game development initiatives for Stadia. So basically, they're closing all first-party studios and ending any second-party relationship they had. So any game that was being developed or was planned on being developed, canned.
Damn, why?
Well, I would say if you launch a product and it doesn't go well, anything behind that product is going to be canceled.
It's like doing research, but you're doing it illegally, so the government comes and just shuts it down.
Or it's...
Anything behind that research is just going to be all terminated.
Oh, okay. No, you brought it back to... Okay, yep, yeah, I agree. I'm like, where are you going? No, that okay, that's cool. No, I'm like, bro, I don't think this is a good metaphor here. This is not working for me. And then the very end,
guys.
Sometimes the best films are the films you have to watch until the end.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to drag it.
No, do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
No, I'm being
like,
serious.
yeah, I'm serious.
Like a lot of Christopher Nolan films, you're thinking, where the fuck is this going? And then the end brings the entire film together, and it's just like, wow.
Or like Saw. You're clueless about a majority of the shit, and then at the end, he explains every fucking thing.
Saw 2 is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
That's... I was not even thinking anywhere close to that, but thank you for full circle.
I'm sorry I brought a terrible, drastic movie, I should say. That's a dark-ass movie. Saw trilogy is just... Whoo.
I'm just going to give you a quote about Stadia and Google. An individual stated, Google was a terrible place to make games. Imagine Amazon, but with less money. And that is harsh.
Damn.
Now moving to third quarter company gaming divisions and their announcements. So for Sony, they officially announced Miles Morales sold over 4 million units over the past 2.5 months.
As it should.
This is their best quarter ever gaming-wise. And it's shaping up to be their best year gaming-wise, both in terms of revenue and profit. So their best quarter revenue and profit-wise, and it's shaping up to be their best year.
For Sony.
For Sony's PlayStation brand, yes.
As it should be. PlayStation 5 and then Miles Morales.
But this is the thing, bro. Normally when a company launches a new system, it's their worst quarter of that year because of the amount of money it takes to launch a product. So they made so much money from PlayStation Plus and all the software sales. Even though they launched a new console, it was still their best quarter ever. That is
phenomenal.
That doesn't happen. So yes, almost unbelievable, some would say. Now moving to Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has already sold over 10 million copies.
Can I say that is the longest fucking Assassin's Creed I've ever witnessed? I still haven't even beaten that game, and I'm like almost ranked level 200.
I was going to actually ask you, did you beat it yet? But no.
Bro, what the fuck? It's so much stuff to do in this game. I'm happy you guys did an amazing job. It's a little stuff to fix, not gonna lie.
Which they are fixing every week.
It's amazing. The game is amazing itself.
Did you download the new patch?
Yeah.
The 12 gigabyte patch?
Yeah. But I just want to say, guys, you overdid it. Just a tad. Just a tad. You overdid it just a tad. I'm happy about the game. The game is amazing. The graphics is amazing. The glitches you guys can fix, but I haven't witnessed a lot. So, great job.
Well, now, just so you know, if you ever wonder why I, let alone Jordan, say we are losing our enthusiasm for Assassin's Creed games, now you know. Now you know.
But I didn't know Assassin's Creed games was like this. Like,
bro, ever since Origins was the first ever 50+ hour campaign,
like
Odyssey
ridiculous.
Is 80+ hours campaign, and Valhalla is supposedly around 120.
Bro, this fucking story is long as fuck. But you can also go and play as Odin, and that story part is long as fuck.
See, you spoiled it, bro. I knew about Odin, but you spoiled.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
And you're not even considering the 2 massive expansions that they're going to release. Now, moving on. Rainbow Six Siege officially reached 70 million lifetime players. And if you're wondering, that's 15 million additional in 2020 alone. So, yeah. And by the way, this is going to be a recurring trend. 2020 was a massive year for gaming for many reasons, obviously.
Because everybody was in the fucking house.
Yep. It's the second ranked publisher, first among third-party publishers in terms of pure cash. So for the entire 2020 year, they made the second most money of any publisher and first among third party. So they made more money than EA. They made more money than Activision.
Which means Call of Duty.
Yep. They were only behind Sony. And then when it comes to pure units sold, be it physical or digital, they were easily number 1. So they were ahead of everybody. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Activision, EA. So Ubisoft, without a doubt, had their best year ever. Now going to Take-Two, which I'm going to give some additional stuff. Grand Theft Auto 5 has now sold 140 million copies.
Still fucking selling. That shit is ridiculous.
20 million units.
That shit has been out for like 10 years, damn near.
8. By the end of this year, it'll be 8 years. And by the way, These units are not including the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X units that are going to be sold.
It's ridiculous.
20 million units were sold in 2020 alone, which, by the way, this is what I want to emphasize. This was their best year since 2013 when the game launched.
You know, I can actually see why, because they Grand Theft Auto, like streamers, I would say, like people that play Grand Theft Auto, they started this thing where they do role playing.
Bro, I understand everything. My thing is, who...
Continue. I'm sorry.
Who the fuck doesn't already own this game, bro?
Yo, dead ass. Dead ass. That game is like universal, like around the world.
And
who the fuck doesn't own the game and is just buying it now?
And you already know when they release the PlayStation 5 version, they're going to sell that separately just because this is 2K.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious.
Or I said 2K Take Two for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So, bro, I
ridiculous.
can guarantee this is going to be a 200 million selling game. I already know it.
Yeah, definitely. I can see it. Well, I can see it.
Bro, if in 2020 it sold another 20 million copies, bro, you already know the moment the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X copies come out, people are going to want to upgrade.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can see why it's still selling. All they do is update it. They update it and they always do an expansion packs. So I can see why. And they're also always giving out free money at certain times. And people are going to keep playing because they're just getting free money.
All the points you laid out are spot on for why people who already own the game keep playing the game.
Exactly.
Going back to my question, bro, which you did not answer.
Who the fuck doesn't own the game?
Who are these 20 million people? Can I see them?
I can't say it's kids because there's a lot of adults that's playing it. Is it people that just never play the game? I mean, it also could be because of the pandemic that they're buying this game.
So you mean people
they
like
could
new
just be
gamers?
Yeah, it could just be people that never actually got into it and they're like, hey, let's try something new. I have nothing else to play.
Well, if that's the case, Take-Two and Rockstar, you guys are lucky that you have one of the few games newbies want to play.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It's one of those games that's going to keep getting talked about. Especially, like I said, there's a lot of people that are starting to do role playing, and not only that, it's celebrities that's doing role playing also.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are gonna want to play with celebrities.
Yeah.
So I can see.
Yeah. Thanks, celebs, once again, guiding people in the right direction.
Thank you. Don't rip your eyelash off, sir. That was a good one.
To finish out the Take-Two announcement, Red Dead Redemption 2 has officially sold over 36 million copies. So that for itself is, just to put this in perspective, in 2 years.
Another game where people probably just never really cared for it. And then all of a sudden, they was like, fuck it.
Yo, bro, do not be surprised if not only this, well, obviously is going to get a current gen update. But yo, if that hits 60, 80 million, don't be surprised either. It has Red Dead Online now, bro, that alone. And last but not least, NBA 2K21 has sold over 8 million copies, which, by the way, it's on pace to sell as much, if not more, than 2K20, even with the price increase.
Fuck 2K. I play it every year, but
you're part of the problem. By the way, 2K...
Yeah, I am part of the problem. Fuck 2K.
2K20 was the best-selling installment of that series to date. And 2K21 is...
2K20 was shit. Everybody... And it's crazy because everybody that bought that game can say that game was shit.
And yet they came back for 2K21.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how they get us.
Rope you along.
Yeah.
Rope you along. Oh,
And then it's crazy because the 2K. If you follow the 2K community,
they hate it.
They hate the fucking game, but they just keep playing it, and it is crazy. I think that for the most part, they do listen to us. They do, but at the same time,
but do they?
They listen to us and they do what they want to do.
Yeah,
it's like we're gonna. It's like fix the dribbling. It's like if we say fix the dribbling, it's like okay, we'll fix the dribbling, but we're only gonna do this. Hey, technically we fixed it.
Yeah, it's like the boyfriend who says, I'm no longer going to fuck other women, but he still might be technically cheating. Hey, I stopped fucking other women, but I'm still talking to them.
Yeah.
I'm still getting rubbed on. Hey, you told me to stop fucking other women. Babe, I did.
All right, I'm not going to fuck them. I'm not fucking them. They just gave me head.
Yeah. You want to play this technical game, babe? I got you.
Exactly. And it's like that for every year. But not only that, the 2K community, we always hope for improvement for the next game.
Yeah.
And that's why we always come back.
Yeah. Just like the Madden lovers. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, guys.
Fuck 2K.
Now moving into some randomness. I just wanted to point out, this is random science. SpaceX Next Generation Starship serial number 9 had a successful launch. But just like SNB-8, it ended up in disaster because just like the previous one, when it landed, it blew up. So, finance. We got some business going on with Boeing. They were fined $2.5 billion.
Billion.
Like butts.
Like butts.
Or, wait a minute. 2% of their yearly revenue. Do you think $2.5 billion and 2% of a company's revenue is enough to pay for being responsible for 2 plane crashes killing, I said 1, but 2 plane crashes killing 346 people, a government cover-up and criminal fraud conspiracy, and paying your fired CEO $81 million as an exit package? Oh, and by the way, nobody at Boeing got a criminal suit against them. So it's
$2.5 billion?
Yeah, is that enough for being fined, even though the money isn't going to the family members who lost those individuals?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when you just hear $2.5 billion, it's like, good job, government. And then when you think about it,
what you described is like, holy shit. Money cannot fix any of that.
yeah. Well, to be fair, that's just the headline points. There are many different articles getting into the specifics, but
Yeah, money can't fix none of that.
Yeah.
Especially the 2 plane crashes.
Well,
you can't fix death with money.
do you remember in 2019 there was a lot of plane problems being reported, and it had to do with a specific plane type? It's if you heard about the 746, that's Boeing. So the 2 plane crashes, if you were keeping track, that was Boeing. It was this the 746. So this is what this whole fine is for, because they supposedly, depending on who you believe and the information available, they supposedly rushed their newest software update for their planes, and it has led to a lot of problems flying, and specifically 2 plane crashes. Yeah. Which then led into conspiracies about how they were doing cover-ups, paying government officials, and then that led to the CEO being quote-unquote fired, even though he was paid $81 million to be fired. So, yes.
Amazing.
Just imagine getting paid. I love you, bro.
Amazing.
Now moving into sports, we're going to do football first. First, we didn't mention this before. The Jaguars season began with a win over the Colts who made the playoffs, and then they lost 15 straight games to end their season, bro. Let that shit sink in. You win your first game against a playoff team, and then you lose 15 straight.
Your shit.
But they officially, as we mentioned before, they hired Urban Meyer, and now they're most likely going to draft Trevor Lawrence #1. So this is very similar to when the Cowboys had that dreadful season, and then they hired Jimmy Johnson from the U, and they draft Troy Aikman as #1. Which, by the way, Troy Aikman still has the 4th most Super Bowls in NFL history.
For real?
Yeah, 4th most, only behind Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady. Yeah, which is going to lead into the segue of the Super Bowl. Do you know who won the Super Bowl?
The Patriots. I'm joking. I'm joking. The Buccaneers won.
You might as well say the Patriots.
Yeah, might as well. Fucking Gronk and Drew Brees. I said, I'm tired. I really said Drew Brees. Yeah. I am tired. Yeah. Gronk and fucking Tom Brady.
I wish Drew Brees won the fucking Super Bowl over his ass.
I really said Drew Brees. I really can't believe I said that.
How did Gronk look like he was 10 years younger, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, and forget the stats. If you watched him, bro, he actually looked rejuvenated. Not 10 years is an exaggeration, but he did not.
And the crazy thing is, he's coming out of retirement.
He comes out of retirement, just grabs double-digit passes, 2 touchdowns, and I don't know, the Super Bowl. No biggie.
Probably did some crazy workouts and training just to get back in shape and everything.
The Buccaneers.
I almost said Patriots too.
They won 31-9, and I just want to lay some facts out. The Chiefs did not have 2 starting offensive linemen.
Right.
The first Super Bowl team in NFL history to start the season with 5 starters and then to enter the Super Bowl with only 3 of those 5. First time in NFL history. So let's get that out of the way for why Mahomes played as poorly as he did. Secondly, if you look up the highlights, bro, there's 2 passes that I don't even believe Aaron Rodgers could make. Bro, he had 1 pass, legit.
Where he threw it
horizontal.
Yeah.
With his sidearm.
And I think it was falling or getting tackled.
No, he was falling. That's why he if you see the picture too, if there's a still image, he is literally not vertical, horizontal throwing this pass. And it's on the money, but it hits the wide receiver in the face mask.
So it's the wide receiver's fault.
Yes.
Got it.
In the first quarter, there was a 3rd down. It was 3rd down and 11 or something. He hits Tyreek Hill in the face mask through the hands. So anybody saying Mahomes didn't show up, yes, he did.
Yeah.
By the way, another great stat, guys. He ran 497 yards scrambling. The most by any quarterback since that stat has been tracked. And I believe the stat has been tracked since 2006. When you're a quarterback and you only have to pass for 200 yards and you win the game by double digits, at the very least, you're not the main reason why you won the game. Let's make that clear. So, Tom Brady has his 7th Super Bowl. If you define greatness by Super Bowls, yes, he's the greatest of all time. If you define greatness by a lot of other factors, there is a case to be made. And we're going to end it right there because this is after dark. This isn't sports from all angles, guys.
UFC.
Do you know anything about UFC 258?
I have not paid attention to it.
Okay, that's why I'm here, bro. That's why I'm here. I'm here to lay down the facts. So UFC 258 was basically, the hype of it was, you know that's Jared Leto's Joker laugh?
Yeah.
Is that why you did?
I did it. Like in the midst of me doing it, I was like, oh, I'm going to just continue it.
Kamaru Usman, the defending welterweight champion, defeated the #1 contender, Gilbert Burns, in the 3rd round by a technical knockout. This is his 3rd successful title defense. This is his 4th title in the UFC. This is his 13th straight win in the UFC and also to start his UFC career. He's 18-1. He's won 16 straight total MMA fights. He's won 13 straight UFC fights, 4 straight title fights, and he officially broke the record for most consecutive fights in the middleweight division, breaking whose record? Who's the greatest middleweight of all time? He's French.
George St. Pierre?
Give me that. Give me that. Yes. He broke George St. Pierre's welterweight record for most consecutive fights. Because GSP was at 12 and he's at 13 now. But this is the thing. This is what I wanted to highlight. Of GSP's fights that were consecutive wins, basically all of them were actual title fights. So of his 12, I believe 11 of them
Was actual just title fights. That's crazy. Damn, how did he just win the title early?
Well, it wasn't that. It was more so the end of his career. He ended his career with, I believe, 12 straight fights. And wins.
Like defending.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why.
He's who he is.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's one thing to win 12, 13 straight fights, but when all of them besides one are championship bouts.
That makes sense. You are the GOAT. That I see why.
Well, that's why so many people praise John Jones. It's one thing that he has won however many straight fights. It's
because he's defending the title. That makes sense.
It's easy to beat scrubs, but when you're freaking
beating number one contenders,
like look
different. It's a whole different playbook.
Even look at Conor, bro. Even when he was championship, he wasn't able to keep on winning.
Yeah.
And then he got his ass knocked out by Poirier.
This is true.
Yeah, you remember that. Stay humble, right?
Definitely stay humble. And when you retire, stay retired. In some terms. I can't say for Gronk, because Gronk came back and won Super Bowl. But
or if you come back, you stay true to yourself like Gronk did. You don't change up.
Exactly.
Unless it's good change up, it's improvement. Now moving to the NBA, what has been standing out to you?
I paid attention to mostly Melo.
Did you hear the crazy stat? He leads all rookies in points.
Rebounds, steals,
and assists. Yo, if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, that's going to be the biggest Rookie of the Year crime in NBA history.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time, truthfully.
Do you think he's a potential superstar? Not just a star, a superstar.
Give me 2 more years and I'll let you know. He has potential right now, yes. But you never really know how the person plays after his first year. Because it's a lot of people that's amazing their first year and then like their numbers just degrease like a lot.
No, yeah.
Their second.
You remember that one Philadelphia guard, Carter Williams? He won Rookie of the Year, and is he even in the league still?
Yeah. Carter Williams actually is playing for the Magic, I believe.
Oh, okay. But he's not considered the quote unquote star point guard.
Yeah, he's not the go-to, no.
Yeah. So to prove your point, that's all. I was just giving him as an example.
So I would say 2 more years. And he could possibly be an all-star, truthfully. You know he actually has the number 1 jersey sales in Australia?
Yeah, well, that's where he did his NBA.
Overseas. Yeah. And it's crazy because I did not expect that at all.
Well, he was a star over there. What else? Anything else?
For the most part, I would say Zion, they changed Zion's role. And they got him actually playing more of a playmaker, but also playing his style.
Since they switched his quote unquote role.
Yeah. It helped him out. It made him. I feel like it just made him more comfortable.
Bro, whatever they did, whatever they're doing behind the scenes, keep doing because.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I just want to make this clear. This is strictly going to be a performance night to night type of thing breakdown. And over the next couple episodes, I'm planning on at the end of every episode doing a sports quote unquote record thing about records being broken. But for time reasons and how stuff this episode has been, I want to just get into the actual performance highlights, right? LeBron James had one of his triple-doubles came against the Nuggets, 27, 10, and 10. No biggie.
36 years old. That's all.
Oh, yeah, it's LeBron James, right? Like, we expect that, right? Now, we have Fred Van Fleet, who got 54 points.
Most points for the Raptors
Yes.
franchise.
This is the key thing, though, bro. He went 17 for 23 and 11 for 14 from beyond the arc. He was on fire. Whenever we do the NBA episode of records, I'm going to get into that, but he broke a lot of records for both the NBA and as well as the Raptors. So that's crazy. Zion, as we were talking about, these are some of his games, right? He had a 28-point game. I think that was one of the first games when his quote-unquote role changed. He had a 36-point game on 14 of 15 shooting.
All in the paint.
He had a 31-point game on 13 of 16 shooting.
Yep.
I think that was a game where basically all those shots were in the paint. And then he most recently had a 36-point game on only 12 of 18 shooting. He is the first player since Shaq to have at least 5 straight games with at least 7 buckets in the paint. And that was the last time I checked up on his stats. So whatever's happened recently, I don't know if that's changed. But he's the first to at least do that since Shaq in the 1990s, bro.
Yeah. As long as he stay healthy, he can continue doing great things for real.
Dude, what did everybody say? If he's healthy, he's going to be the best player from that draft.
Yeah.
And right now, who would you rather have, Zion Williams or Ja Morant?
Definitely Zion.
Yes,
Definitely.
as well as Ja Morant is playing, it doesn't.
It's not as complete as Zion is. Or I wouldn't even say complete. He's is not as
dominant.
Yeah.
It's not as impactful.
And the crazy thing is, this if you see him play, dude, it's just he's just manhandling everyone out there.
Oh, he looks like a man among boys.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous.
And it's crazy because he's only 6'8". That's the weird part. He does this to.
But he's explosive, and it's ridiculous how fast he can get off the ground. Like ridiculous. And it's crazy because he's left-handed. But if you watch him play, he goes to the right a lot.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yo, not thinking about a lot of the highlights I've seen.
He goes to the right.
Yeah.
He crosses over to the right, but somehow I mean, he can finish with both hands, but somehow he still finishes with his left.
Now moving on to Kelly Oubre, he had a game with a career high of 40 points. So that trade for the Warriors is finally coming through, which, by the way, he's been playing much better than the start of the season where he was shooting terribly. LaMelo Ball, this is for you, bro. He had a game where he scored a career-high 34 points off of 14 of 27. He had a game with 24 points and 10 assists. And he most recently had a game of 20 rebounds, of 20 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, once they moved him to the starting role, he actually just went off.
And yo, the Hornets for the East are low-key doing good, bro. They're getting some impressive wins, which I'm going to point out when we get to the records.
They got a nickname for him and Miles.
What is it?
Airbnb.
Well, that's actually a great nickname.
Yeah, I like it.
Now, when it comes to Luka, bro, I know you're mad that he's starting over
Dame,
yes.
Yep.
But one of his triple-doubles was a 28-10 assist and 10 rebound game. He also had a 46-point, 12 assists, and 8 rebound game, which, by the way, I believe was the game where he played against Trae Young, if I remember correctly.
Probably.
Where they both went off.
Yeah, back-to-back, yeah.
Yep. Zach LaVine, bro. Show some love to your...
I got the jersey.
Well, no love to the Bulls, but the love to Zach LaVine, bro.
Yeah.
Kobe White had like 36, but Zach LaVine had
like 40.
Yeah, they combined for 77 points, bro. And I believe both of them hit 7 3-pointers in one of the games. Bro, there's a crazy stat, which I'm going to bring up in a future episode because I want to get it correct. But in 2 games this year, they have outscored their opponent backcourt by basically the total of those two players' total points.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was some crazy. I got the specifics. I just didn't have time to put that. I wanted to save that, but it's like, yo,
Oh, shit.
if they could get a defensive presence and maybe like a good center.
Center is okay. I think it's just, like you said, that defensive presence.
But hypothetically speaking, right? What if they got a healthy Anthony Davis? Hypothetically speaking, that team completely changes. You get Anthony in the paint with those two on the outside. I was a Kobe White fan because he came from North Carolina, but I was not expecting this quick of an
Progress.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of him, but I do like how he's playing.
Well, I just like how he's playing off of Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to emphasize he had a 40-point game and a 46-point game. So that was the game where they both scored 77 together. Greek Freak just had 24, 10 assists, and 17 rebound triple-double. So I just wanted to point that out for just like, damn.
Yeah.
And
that
that
Shaq numbers.
And that was coming
20
off
points, 20 rebounds.
Yeah.
Almost.
And that was coming off a couple games after he scored 47 points off of 15 of 23 shooting and 11 rebounds. Curry had a 40-point game with 10 three-pointers. And this is the well-known game where 17th game with 10 three-pointers, which in a future episode we will highlight why that's so important. Maybe it has to do with it's more than every other player combined. But Curry, man, he is the Michael Jordan of shooting. Harden had 38 points and 11 assists most recently. Trae Young had 40 points off of 60% shooting, bro. And Dame, because of when we're recording, I only had notes about what was his most recent game. He had 43 points and 16 assists with a game-winning shot.
With the game-winning shot.
Yeah, that was two.
With a step-back falling to the side shot.
Yeah. Can we just say this? Dame might be the most clutch player in the NBA?
Yeah.
In terms of difficult shots?
Yeah. I think we can say that. Truthfully. I would say he has the most recently out of most players, most teams. And he's really efficient. I forgot who they was playing.
No, he had a great game against the Bulls.
Yeah, I forgot who they was playing.
Where they came back from an 8-point deficit in the final.
Yeah, it was the Bulls. But watching them,
wasn't that game winner too?
That was also when Melo came back and scored 17 points in the fourth quarter.
That is right.
He had I think he started off with 4 points or 6 points or something like that, and he just went off the third or fourth quarter, one of those.
His most points in a quarter.
23.
Yeah, his most points in a quarter in 4 or 5 years or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because if you, even without Melo, without Carmelo doing that, is watching Dame throughout that game is he's just unstoppable. And it's crazy because he doesn't do a lot.
But to
he
be
just
fair,
can fucking score.
That game, if I remember correctly, he wasn't having the most efficient game, but he kept plugging away. And then even though he wasn't having the most efficient game, he still had no problem taking that last shot.
Exactly. The confidence that he has, but it's not only the confidence, it's the
mentality.
The mentality, and then the team that trusts him taking that shot.
You know who he reminds me of, bro? If you want to talk about Black Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
Dude, no, seriously, when you watch Kobe...
And I'm happy he has his own, concept behind that. Dame time. How Kobe got the Kobe mentality. He got,
Black
Dame
Mamba
time.
mentality.
Yeah, Black Mamba mentalities. He got, the actual Dame time.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Nobody ever compares him because he doesn't play like Kobe and he's so short.
He has that killer mentality.
And the shot selection, bro. I can't think of another player who took as difficult shots as him besides Kobe Bryant in the past 20 years. Because what Kobe became famous for, he was never efficient for his shots, but that was because when he took his game winners, it wasn't layups and 15-footers. No, he was taking 20-plus foot shots, banking them, all nets, 2 defenders, 3 defenders. That's how his legacy grew.
Yeah. It's all about the moments.
Okay, so we're going to end this episode with a quick update on the rankings. Okay, so we're going to do the East, the top 8 teams. Charlotte is 8th, which is why I'm saying, wow. The Knicks are 7th. The Raptors are 6th. And Boston is 5th. Now, just so you know, I didn't say any of the records because there's no point. They're all 500 or below. Yes, the 6th seed is 500, bro. 14 and 14. Indiana, the 5th. Wait. Did I say
5th seed? You said the 6th seed it was.
Okay, I fucked up. The 5th seed is 500. Boston is 500 as the 5th seed.
Okay. Yeah.
14 and 14. The 4th seed is Indiana, 15 and 14. Milwaukee is 16 and 13. And they're 3rd.
Yeah. The East is just shit.
Yo, Brooklyn is 19 and 12, number 2. Talk about over a 2
And it's crazy because they was
2 weeks ago, they were around the 8th seed.
Yeah. Like I said, once Kyrie said told Harden to take the point guard thing over and let him just score, they've been going crazy.
And they've won 5 straight.
Yeah, they've been going crazy.
And yes, that includes they just beat the fucking Lakers. So fuck you.
Oh, they did recently?
Yeah, they play tonight.
Oh shit. I didn't know they beat them. Okay. 109-98. Harden had 23, 11, and 5. LeBron had 32, 7, and 8.
Yeah. Yep. So the Nets are on fire. And then Philly is actually number 1 in the East at 19 and 10. But they're not really playing as well as they were at the beginning of the season. They're 6 and 4 in the last 10 games. While the Western Conference, man, oh man, is this shit. If you're a sports fan, the West should be turning you on right now. No lie, dead ass serious. The top 8 seeds, the Denver Nuggets are actually 8th. This is, bro, I want to emphasize this. Okay, you remember how I said you have to get to the 4th seed to get a winning record?
Yeah.
In the West, the 9th seed, Memphis, has a 500 record. The 8th seed has a 15 and 13 record. The Denver Nuggets. The Warriors have a 16 and 13 record. The Spurs have a 16 and 11 record. Yes, the Spurs are actually balling. If the Spurs were in the East, they would have the number 3 seed right now. The Suns, 17 and 10. Chris Paul, keep doing your thing. Dame Time and the Portland Trailblazers are number 4, 18 and 10. Which, by the way, yes, the Blazers in the East would be the number 2 seed. And then the 3 best records in the league right now, the Clippers 21 and 9, the Lakers 22 and 8, even though they should be 23 and 7 right now, but we can't win them all, right? And then Utah, bro.
Yeah.
Where is
Spider?
Yo, fuck all these fake fans. Where were you when he was at Louisville? Where were you? Where were you when he was a rookie putting up numbers?
Yeah. That's really where I really remember. Rookie. He should have. That's what I was talking about when we said
Rookie of the year?
Yeah, rookies got robbed. Ben Simmons shouldn't fucking got that.
Bro, me and Sebastian 100% agree with you.
Yeah, like.
By the way, was Ben Simmons even a true rookie?
No, he was a second year. He was in the NBA.
But because he didn't play a game, he
got injured in practice or some shit. But my whole thing is he was still training. He was training from NBA players and NBA trainers and all that.
Facilities.
Yeah, like.
Getting paid as an NBA player because he got his full rookie first year pay.
Exactly. So, I don't know, but whatever.
As a rookie, by the way, Spider put up 20-plus points. Not many rookies can fucking say that.
Shit is ridiculous.
And let's not forget what he did last year, bro, in the playoffs. Which, by the way, if they had their white shooting player, they would have won that series in 5 games. Yo, Jazz, keep doing your thing. We're going to end it with anybody who said the Jazz would be 24-5 right now and number 1 in the West, show me proof on video because you're full of shit.
Full of shit.
But
unless you're a Utah fan.
Yeah, but if they're, I would say only a religious person, because only a religious person could be that delusional to actually believe that their team would have been number 1 in the West at this point.
Yeah.
Yo, they might finish with the number 1 seed. It's like, bam! Sunshine.
Might be.
Because
Because they still got Clippers and Lakers. Lakers always fucking come out of nowhere late.
But we don't have Anthony Davis.
Oh, that is right.
Which, by the way, if we did, we would have beat the Nets tonight. Boom!
Possibly, yeah. Because KD's out also. He's been out for like the past couple games.
Even more so, amen, fact. And by the way, if you're a Utah Jazz fan, all you have to say right now is amen. Be like, amen. You know why? Because that means fact in Hebrew. And I'm just amped for no reason right now.
And I'm tired as fuck.
I know you are. So let's get this 5-finger rhino up your butt thrust.
You already know what's up. Make sure, for number 1, you like this video. Make sure you like it. Just hit that thumbs.
Yeah.
That's all. Number 2, make sure you subscribe. That big red button over there. Yeah.
That thingamajig.
Number 3, make sure you hit that bell that's literally right next to the subscribe. Make sure you get all of our notifications. They got a ding ding ding
With those little hippie hips.
Exactly. Whatever thing. I don't know what my hands was doing, but anyway.
Ring a ding ding. You know what I mean.
Exactly. Number 4, make sure you share on every social media. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. Make sure you come follow us.
Follow, like.
Add us. All of us. Like us. You know, we're there. We're active.
Keep up.
Exactly. We're active. Number 5, make sure you comment on anything that we talked about. If we have anything that we messed up on, please correct us.
Let us know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We're helping you out with some knowledge. We want you to give us the knowledge back.
Yeah, on that note, guys, cadoodle.
And LLPH, baby. LLPH. Peace. Yo, I got so tired.
Bruh, I've been looking at the time like, holy shit.
I know, bro.
Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.